Hello and welcome back to our examination of the Heralds of Assassin's Creed. I live for this. I'm so excited. These are my favorite type of videos, and today's topics are quite interesting. Without any further ado, I'll let the man talk.
Today's top stories. The short supply of wheat from this year's harvest has pushed the price up 6 florins per hundredweight, and the Arno has again flooded near Castel Sant'Angelo.
And we are right into it with some historic information here. Wheat is a staple crop of Italy. Always has been, always will be, and especially of the region Tuscany. Now, I was going to talk about the different types of wheat, but to be honest, I was overwhelmed by that information. So, what is important to know here is that wheat played a vital role in Renaissance Italy, and a poor harvest meant really bad news for the citizens across Europe. In actual history, during the time period covered by this game, i.e. the late 1400s, there are accounts of regional famines occurring across Italy with some frequency. While not incredibly common, during this time frame they did happen, and the Italian wars did not help the harvest at all either. Okay, now to touch on Castel Sant'Angelo. This building is only seen in Assassin's Creed 2 in the mission where Ezio heads to Roma, and it's a towering cylindrical building within the city. It was originally commissioned by Emperor Hadrian, but later was used as a fortress and castle, but can be visited as a museum today. What is confusing here is that this building is not on the Arno River, which flows through Florence and down to Pisa. It sits on the Tiber. Both rivers flood though, so that detail is true.
The citizens of Pisa have held a mass demonstration, once again sending Firenze a message of contempt. The city's youth apparently gathered and bared their posteriors at our honorable delegation.
This announcement is chock full of tension because it deals with the relationship between Florence and Pisa. Though Pisa had the edge on Florence for centuries, it was weakened through a defeat by Genoa in 1284 and was eventually subjugated by Florence in 1406. What's important to take away from the period this game covers is that Florence had exercised control over Pisa for decades before Ezio was born, but that relationship often led to discontent from the population of Pisa, who had a proud, independent history. The city actually ended up under French control roughly between 1494 and 1509 during the Italian Wars, and so during the later stages of the game, it's actually occupied by French forces. So, all in all, it makes sense that the citizens of Pisa would have mass demonstrations against Florentine rule.
The Signoria has called a contest to build a new Municipal Hall to be sited near Santa Maria Novella. Interested members of the Arte, dei Maestri di Pietra e Legname should submit applications to their Gonfaloniere.
The governing body of Florence has apparently announced its intention to create a new municipal building near the beautiful Santa Maria Novella in the western section of Florence. The way the Herald is portraying this is that the government is seeking interested partners to bring in applications to take on this large task. This is another example of the game referencing one of the guilds of Florence. This time around, we're talking about the master stonemasons, woodcarvers, and sculptors of the city. This guild dates back to 1236, and its members were absolutely the right people to contact for a project like this.
Attenzione! It has come to the attention of the Signoria that young men have been climbing the city's buildings for sport. While not illegal per se, remember, it is only divertimento until someone breaks a leg.
A lovely touch to include something like this in the game, a clear reference to our activities in Assassin's Creed 2 and something that falls in line with the bewildered reactions we typically receive from onlookers in Florence as we climb up walls, run across roofs, and generally just look like an odd person.
The Arte del Cambio warns members to avoid the Bentivolios of Bologna. Important defaults suffered by an esteemed member have led to this draconian measure, which will persist until satisfaction is received.
Okay, let's talk about banking. This message from our friend the Herald was initiated by the Art of Change, one of the 7 major arts guilds of Florence, that was founded around 1202. Members within this guild include money changers, traders of precious stones and metals, and all those who worked within the practice of offering credit or a place to deposit money. Anywho, these guild members are offering an official warning to the people of Florence to cease their business with the Bentivoglio family of Bologna. This family was actually responsible for getting Bologna its political autonomy during the Italian Renaissance, and the member who is most relevant for our purposes is Giovanni. Apparently, this family has defaulted on some sort of monetary interaction with a member of the Florentine Arte del Cambio, and until that is satisfied, that guild suggests a boycott of all business with them. That is going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and check back next time for more Assassin's Creed content.